was true.
What's going on, guys? GMB back with another video. Shout out to all the new subscribers, man. I appreciate your support. Salute to all the grown men out there handling their motherfucking business. And as you fellas can very well see, this is yet again another Hard Hat Chronicle. I hope you fellas are continuing to take care of yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. Check this out, guys. We've all experienced the thrill of getting involved with someone new. You get to enjoy what we call the honeymoon phase, when everything is going perfectly okay. Finishing each other's sentences, you're going places and having a good time together. You're creating memories. You start to create a bond with this person. You know, the convenience of having someone when you probably didn't have anyone before, or you went through a failed relationship, you know, and now, you know, the consistency of being around this person. You even know how they shit smells when they shit in the morning, how they fart smells under the cover. All the little cute little things that comes along with having a new person, a new thrill, a new broom. Unfortunately, over time, if this person isn't truly for you, you pretty much just fell victim to being infatuated with someone, lusting after them. And just like I say, with that brand new car or that new toy, eventually it's gonna get old. Things get stale when you're not truly compatible with someone. Yes, it may seem like this person is for you, but you haven't seen them faced with conflict. You really fall in love with the representative of a person who's wearing that mask, a person who seems perfect, someone who says all the right things, telling you everything you want to hear. Over time, that person becomes a shell of the person that you fell in love with, and now you're hooked. You have an attachment. And you start to ignore a lot of the little subtle red flags that a person has. You know, do they have anger issues? Do they drink a lot? What about their past? Those failed relationships, that trauma that they've experienced dealing with someone that they were in love with before. And then it turns around and they bring all that old baggage into the new situation. Some people just simply have too much going on. Most people don't even heal properly. They just jump into another relationship, another relationship, another relationship. And every one of those relationships have a common denominator. It's that person who's been lugging around all that trauma. And over time, what eventually happens is the only consistency in that relationship or in your relationship is their inconsistency. There's no more of those good morning texts. There's no more of, you know, sending Bible scriptures. You know what I'm saying? There's no more playing the little word games on the phone or spending time with each other. You don't know when you're gonna ever really spend time with them. They don't really talk much anymore, you know? And don't get me wrong, people do have good days and bad days. But once those days of feeling like they're in the dumps, they start disrespecting you and all kind of other stuff. They start doing all kind of stuff that's not becoming of who they, presented themselves to be initially. It may be time to reconsider your relationship. Now, people often say that communication is key, and it is. But communication doesn't mean shit when the person you're trying to communicate with doesn't comprehend very well what you're trying to express about things that you may be displeased with. You know, sometimes you have to realize when it's over. When the honeymoon is over, this person is becoming an entirely different person from the person you knew or the person that you fell in love with. It may be time to cut the cord, man. You have to know when it's time to walk away. You can't sit up there and keep trying to negotiate your power with someone who is not adhering to what you're trying to tell them. You know, that shit will drain you. It will suck you down in a pit of despair, trying to fix something that's, unfixable, unrepairable. You can't be the one that's fighting for a relationship when someone else is just sitting there and consistently doing the same things that is driving a wedge between you anyway. Now I know, man, when you start falling for these people and everything seems like it's all good, when things start to deteriorate, you tend to hold on to the memories. You tend to hold on the little small times when you guys were happy. Some of the laughs, some of the smiles, some of the trips, some of the great experiences that you had. But you have to look at people for who they are right now. That mask starts to reveal themselves and the true face underneath that, what the hell? Starts to reveal itself and you know exactly who you're dealing with. You see that motherfucker over there? That's some dangerous shit. People is crazy, man. Ain't no way. I'm not gonna say nothing. Kind of distracted me a little bit. But yeah, man, this person, anytime you bring up something or try to communicate the way that you feel about how they're treating you or the things that you're displeased with, it annoys them. It aggravates them. They really don't want to hear it. You know what it is, and they basically get real nonchalant. I tell you, man, when somebody emotionally checks out on you, man, they will be very nonchalant. Because in most cases, these people probably already lined up a replacement. I tell guys all the time, your woman may not step out of the relationship. She may not cheat on you, but she know who got next. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's been telling her everything that she want to hear. A lot of these people fall for the same shit over and over again. I often say, man, God will, present the same package over and over again to you. But it may be in a different wrapping paper. You follow me? And he will keep giving you the same test over and over again to see if you learn your lesson. And if you don't learn your lesson, you're going to undoubtedly continue to go down the same path you did with the person prior. Some people simply believe they're just simply good people just because they are kind. You know what I mean? Because they don't curse, because they go to church and all this other stuff. They may be good people, but they may not be good for you. When you have standards and boundaries of the way that you're going to conduct yourself, everybody is not going to fit into that program. Some people waste a lot of time, trying to, adjust to a new person, and it goes against their morals. It goes to the fiber of their existence of who they really are. This is why you set standards and boundaries early on in a relationship. And if those people don't buy into that program, then it's time for them to move on. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just you're not going to waste your time dealing with someone who's not for you. When someone is truly for you, things tend to flow more effortlessly. Everything is pretty smooth. You ever see the other person getting cold and distant? Yeah, they may be having a bad day, or maybe they have something on their mind, but ultimately they'll share it with you and know that they don't have to carry the burden alone. But if you get into a situation where everything seems like it's a struggle, it's a battle, that's a clear sign that they're not for you. They seem like they want to compete with you at every turn. That's a sign that this person isn't for you. You understand that when they're winning, you're winning. When you're winning, they're winning. There is no infighting because you know that you're in it for the long haul. You're in it together. You both have a goal, a vision of exactly where you want to take your damn relationship. But some people, they get so stagnant and complacent in the relationship, they stop working on themselves, they stop going after the things that they know that's going to take their relationship to the next level. No, most people don't hold themselves accountable, so they don't feel the need to work on things. You know what I mean? I've seen it, man. I've witnessed it. You know, and unfortunately, some people have to go through this stuff once or twice. For men, typically, when they go through a breakup, the writing was already on the wall, but men tend to hate to lose out on their investment. So they'll keep fighting for the relationship even though their woman had checked out on them. You know, and then eventually she ends the relationship and the man ends up devastated. Yeah. But sometimes a man needs that because you've spent so much time investing emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically into this person that you lose yourself. You're focusing more on the happiness of the other person, focusing more on the relationship than you are on yourself, and it's pointless. So then, you know, most cases, men will have to, who hold themselves accountable, mature, responsible men, they take that time to find themselves, take that time to heal, and try to become better. Typically, a woman already got somebody waiting in the wings, so she runs to the arms of another man. It's true. This is why you will see when it comes to divorce, it's always considered a tough break for men, but it's considered liberating for women. You got a lot of women these days walking out on decent men, walking out of their marriages, all under the guise of self-love. But meanwhile, they out this bitch, you know, over-sexualizing themselves. You know, you'll notice if they've been in a long-term relationship or a marriage or whatever, they're gonna always wear something very sexually appealing. Start to reveal a little more of that skin. You know, you got decent women who want to, you know, be for the streets. And when their man start to talk about this stuff, or their man say, look, I don't want to deal with someone like that, they consider it control. You're trying to control me. You're trying to do this and you're trying to do that. That's why you should set standards and boundaries early. That's when you know it's time to cut the cord. Because if you set that standard and that boundary early on, and then they start to go against it after they've gotten comfortable, then it's time to walk away, man. You know, peace of mind is everything, man. You know, being able to be happy and stress-free, living a purpose-filled life, man. Those things are important to a man. I'm telling you, brothers, you know, when you get knocked down and you have to pick yourself up, you're going to be better. Therefore, you're going to attract better. It may not seem like it at the moment. It may not seem like it when you're going through it, but you got to go through it to get through it. And trust me, man, 6 months can change your life. A year can change your life. I talk about that from experience. You know, you notice I smile a lot more than I ever did before. 4 years on YouTube. I never really smiled. I never really showed my eyes. I do all that now because, you know, life is good. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, you know, nearly a year ago, and I really wasn't making content much anymore. Really wasn't saying nothing. I was real humble, man. I had got that dose of that fucking pie. I got a big slice of humble pie, and that humble pie didn't have cake mix in it. Didn't have any sugar in that bitch. It was pure shit. I had to eat that shit. I had to take it on the chin, man. But like I say all the time, there's a lot of dog in there. I got a lot of dog in here, man. You fast forward, man. I'm a business owner. I have more money than I've ever had in my life. I got a beautiful home. I'm in the best shape of my life. You know, I walk with confidence. I smell good. I look good. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I got the right people that shows genuine concern and love for a brother. And that shit means a lot. But I wouldn't have never been to this point where I am now if I would have stayed in, you know, a pit of despair, letting a breakup or a divorce break me. Broken people break other people. So you have to be a full glass. and you have to deal with a full glass. You pour into people that pour into you. You start pouring into empty glass, which is an empty person who's been through so much trauma and shit that they don't know when they got a good thing. You're gonna empty yourself out and fill them up, and they're gonna take their full cup and take it to someone else. Meanwhile, you're broken and empty, and you don't want to live like that, man. You know, I enjoy life a whole lot more, man. And I suggest people do the same. Know when it's time to walk away. There's nothing wrong with it. We fail, man. We fall short of the glory sometimes in life. But it's okay. You know, there's nothing to be ashamed of. To give you an opportunity to have a testimony to tell people exactly what you've experienced. Maybe people can learn from your mistakes, because just like the old folks say, a smart person learns from their mistakes, but a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. Do you feel me? And that's all I wanted to say in this video, guys. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Click that notification bell at the bottom, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace. I'm out of here.